State your name and who you work for.
Erickson for ThoughtWorks.
All right. And what are you doing your talk on today?
I'm doing my talk on using F# to solve real-world problems,
As opposed to fake ones.
as opposed to the fake ones we always see in these talks that we do.
So what do you mean by real world? I mean, what's your definition of that?
So there's going to be two demos that I kind of focus on today. One of the demos is going to show how you can try to solve the problem on the internet of incivility.
Of what?
Incivility.
Oh, incivility. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
incivility. Because everybody's awesome on the internet, especially when they're anonymous.
Ah, yes, yes.
So we're going to show some techniques to help solve that problem.
Gotcha.
And the other one we're going to focus on is doing Monte Carlo simulation.
Okay.
So we can determine that when you try to get a mortgage, determine whether you'll be able to pay it back or not. Which
Okay. So why use F# for this? What's the value add? God, I sound really bad that way.
do you work? Are you a business developer?
I think I'm getting that way.
Is
Yes.
that it?
So
Value add.
yes, yes. So
When did you get your MBA?
I'm working on it. So
So really, the reason you use F# is because it's easier to write things that deal with very complicated algebraic tree structures. So if you're doing something like in the talk we do about, or in the demo we do about incivility on the internet, there's a structure called algebraic data types that makes it really easy to do text analysis. So
Okay.
that's one way that we'll use it. In the case of Monte Carlo simulation is a technique that's, as other people like to say, embarrassingly parallelizable.
right.
And that makes it very ideal for that kind of problem. There's other reasons I would say use F# that go beyond just parallelization and those things, but they're kind of more mundane, things like making it so you don't have null pointers or null reference and other kinds of things like that.
So F# now has made it into 2010. I mean, how prevalent do you see? I'm not going to ask you how relevant it is. I think F# is a relevant language, but how prevalent has it become now that it's in the box?
Well, I heard like 80% of companies are using it now.
80.
No, not really.
I was going to call you on that one. So
No, I wish more people were using it. Honestly, it's going to be a while. Change is hard.
okay.
People like their C#. C#'s too powerful. It's
What about VB? You just dissed the whole VB community there. You
what's
even mentioned
VB?
it.
What's this VB you speak of? I don't even know what it is.
Wow, didn't even mention VB there. So
How well can you integrate F# into existing C# systems to take advantage of to make advantage of its advantages?
Well, that one's really easy. So the question was, how easy can you integrate F# and C#? That's very, very simple. Just stick to a few conventions in your F# code, and it's easy, very easy to use for C#. It's just another assembly you use that to integrate it. But
Cool.
yeah, and that's something I do actually pretty often in terms of a vector in which you can introduce it. You find some area that F#'s really useful for, and something that isn't solved as easily in C#, and then do it that way. It's one of those things that it's a lot of education. I mean, I'm trying to show as many clients as I can, what it's like to, instead of having 20 source files that implement a domain, have one and have it all readable in one place. I mean, just a kind of a simple thing like that sometimes wins people over. But still, most big companies have a very large base of programmers doing what they're doing, and getting all of them to say, no, we're going to do F# now, that just doesn't happen overnight. That's kind of a 5 to 10 year problem, I think.
all right, cool. Well, thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.